Welcome to the Dirt Time channel. I'm Alan Halcon.
I'm Dude McLean.
Dude, so here we are again, and today we decided to talk about some of our earlier influences in outdoor skills and outdoor activities. You know, one of my favorite books is Wildwood Wisdom.
Wildwood Wisdom.
Oh, you have the one that's like circa 60 something, right?
Right. This came out originally, this was published originally in 1945. This particular one is the 14th edition.
Wow.
Came out in 1966. And Ellsworth Jaeger was one of the premier outdoor writers. He was absolutely wonderful. Talk about the illustrations.
Oh, the illustrations in this book are absolutely amazing. You can pretty much look at these illustrations and based on the illustration alone, figure out how something was accomplished. You know, the other thing I like about this book is the way it is written, the sentence structure, the words that they chose to use when they wrote when Ellsworth wrote the book. It is absolutely an easy read, and it throws me back into another time as opposed to some of the more contemporary writing that I'm used to reading.
Well, it flows well, and you can also get a sense that these guys really knew what they were talking about.
Yeah, it's really exciting. How about this one, dude? The Field and Forest Handy Book by Daniel Beard.
Yeah, as most of you hopefully know about Daniel Beard, and he wrote several books. His Shelters and Shanties books are fantastic. And Daniel Beard was one of the fathers of the Boy Scouts in the United States.
Yeah, absolutely.
Along with Colonel Townsend Whalen. And
is it Whalen or Whelan?
Well, I say Whalen, you say Whelan.
I only say Whelan to be contradictory to you.
Exactly. This is On Your Own in the Wilderness. And this was written, by the way, with Bradford Anger, which is a name that many people are familiar with. Again, this book is a fantastic book on camping, trekking, how your camp should be set up, the kind of tools you should use. These are all things that you can help build your own foundation about how to do things in the bush.
You know, it's always struck me, this whole mystique with survival, yet all the skills that we deem as survival type skills, while they are survival because you have to live, and that's just what survival means, to live. They were, to folks like these who wrote these books, they were just everyday living, just outdoorsmen, woodsman skills.
Sure. Most of these things, these guys were handed down probably from their parents, their fathers, their grandfathers. I learned a lot from my own father.
Yeah.
And you get another guy that we should talk about is Calvin Rustrum. He wrote several books. And Calvin Rustrum is kind of a piece of work because it's his way and that's it. No other way.
No, like you.
Not like me at all. I'm very flexible.
This guy is not flexible. He's lying.
How could you possibly say that about me?
I've known you how long now?
I don't want to.
And it's a fight every step of the way.
Well, it's because you don't listen.
Like I said, he's inflexible. What about this one? We have to talk about that one.
We have to talk about the grandfather of all these guys, and that's Horace Kephart. This book has been in continuous publication since it first came out in 1907. It's still on the top 10 seller list of outdoor books.
That's amazing.
Impressive. He's also the only outdoorsman that I've ever read who tells you how to pack your whiskey. Very, very important.
Dude, really? Do you pack whiskey?
I would never admit to such a thing.
And if you did, would you ever share any with me?
I have no comment.
That's what I thought. You know, one of my favorites, though, is this. Look familiar?
Well, he shaved.
Yeah. Well, you recognize the guy on the cover, but that's not why it's my favorite. The reason it's my favorite is because I took the picture. No. Wilderness Way, man. What an awesome publication that we're sorry to see gone.
Yes, it's been disappeared now for a couple of years. Alan and I and one of our other partners in crime, Christopher's the editor. We wrote for this magazine for about 7 years. And we had anywhere from 2 to 3 articles per issue. And one of our plans so far...
Yeah, one of our plans is to take a lot of what we wrote for Wilderness Way and turn it into a video. For instance, in this issue, volume 13, issue number 2, Dude wrote an article to catch a spark. And to catch a spark was basically just taking cattail fluff and charring it. a la char cloth, if you will, but it was cattail char. It worked exceptionally well, and we had a lot of fun doing it, but we're going to turn that one into a video too. The other one that's in here, and this was just in this issue that I just pulled up because I have all the issues, was how to wear a blanket, and that's nothing more than a match coat.
That's right. That's what a match coat is.
You know, we've seen people do it, but they never give the history behind the match coat and who was responsible for wearing it. I mean, I've seen it to, wow, it ranges back to like medieval type times, and George Washington wrote about it in his journals.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that is our hope with future videos down the line. But there you have it, folks. These are some of our influences and what we do in the outdoors, and you should take the time to get one or two of these books or all of them, and maybe they'll help you out as well. I'm Alan Halcon, Dude McLean, DirtTime.com.
Check your 6.